Hey guys, so the only way that you can ever build a sales team is to make sure that no matter what, that you're working on yourself, that you're working on your mindset, that you're doing something amazing in terms of your leadership style and also empathy. Guys, you have to be able to study, you have to be able to really put your thoughts into words, and you have to really record it as you are doing it on a podcast or in a video or in a journal. You have to realize that when I learn through a YouTube account in terms of I actually listen to my mentors and I listen to what they're saying. And then what I do is anything I say have an insight about where I can speak upon, I make sure to get my audio program out in terms of my voice memos, and I make sure to actually put my perspective into content. So the only way that you're ever going to actually lead people and also build a sales team and have the mindset needed to really help your life succeed, you have to realize that you need to produce content more and more in your life so that you can really start self-education and start doing something amazing, guys. So recently I just did a 2 hour and 40-minute video, guys, and no matter what, in the past 2 days I've actually managed to do 4 hours and 40 minutes of content in terms of just video. And also I have 24,000 characters in terms of my journal. And here I am using my audio program in terms of using the voice memo to make a podcast extra, and I'm using my selfie stick to actually just put it close to my mouth, and I'm just laying down and I'm speaking right now. So why am I doing this? Just so I can create content and I can even speak it and I can sleep and I can close my eyes and I can realize no matter what that I can imagine, and I can close my eyes and I can realize that there's a better world out there. There's a better world than just a sales team. That no matter what, that if you have $100,000, if you have $1,000,000, if you have a multi-millions of dollars, you have to make sure that you have the health with that. Health is number one. So the best way to build a sales team is to make sure that you have the mindset needed to really boost your clarity, to be able to find the words necessary so you can understand better, so you can really do something much better. Because you need to start to communicate more and more in your daily life, and you need to use your mindset in daily life to really push yourself, to discipline yourself, to do everything that you can to succeed. Guys, you can speak in a podcast and also close your eyes as you're doing it. And it's very relaxing, and you can just stand back and you can realize that everything that you ever said in life is going to manifest, but make sure that you're living it. Make sure that you're living something that you say. No matter what, there's a world out there waiting for you to make sure that they hear your voice. You have to make sure that you are somebody in life who can actually lead. You need to be able to lead yourself. You have to be able to always use better vocabulary, and you have to be able to write. You have to be able to get on video, and you have to be able to do audio. You need to be able to do all of this. So in order for me to be able to produce content such as this, I have to be somebody who has health beside me and who has the knowledge needed to give you all of this information. So how do I do it? I made sure no matter what that early in my life I started reading, and I read for 5 years before I even started to do podcasting. Now, why is podcasting so important today? Because in order for you to build a sales team and also to do something amazing in the world in terms of entrepreneurship and solve problems, guys, in order for you to just speak in terms of audio production, for you to just put your voice out there and so people can hear you, and no matter what, once you do it, guys, you can become famous, you can become someone big, and also it's going to help grow you to really find the words necessary that you need to say to really build your life. So as long as you're living life, as long as you're doing something amazing, you realize there's something always more to do. There's something always more to say. There's always some idea that you can elaborate on and that you can solve for yourself in a moment. So when you are really scared about life, you have to realize that life is never to be afraid of. You must never be afraid of life. You must never be afraid of building a sales team. You must never be worried about money, about health, or about anything. You need to realize that you need to start traveling today, and that traveling is your best investment, because no matter what, on your travels, you also have to make sure that you are working as you travel. Make sure that when you travel, you're never just traveling for shits and giggles. Do you understand? Make sure that you're traveling for something far greater than what I just said. So no matter what, when you're also giving a speech, when you're actually doing something amazing, make sure that you give a speech that is very nice. Be nicer and nicer in your videos and your audio content, and make sure that you always own up to what you say. So realize that no matter what, shits and giggles is another term for be nicer in your speeches, be nicer in the way you look, be nicer in how you present yourself. Make sure that you saw yourself, make sure you give some ideas, make sure you use your mindset for everything. Use your mindset, make sure that you know that you never know, make sure that you always say I'm not sure of anything. Even when somebody says, how come you do something and how do you know, make sure you say, I never know, but always make sure that you know your why. So make sure no matter what, that you never even know what you're saying in terms of your why, but you just realize that you're just growing and that you're just realizing that there's a better world out there. So in terms of how people may ask you questions, they may ask you something in terms of how do you do what you do and how do you know where to get the information. So no matter what, you have to realize that based on your experience, you have to be a person who is always developing yourself. So as long as you're developing yourself, you always find a way to say something that's going to be for the greater good. So when you're a person who's actually speaking truth, speaking integrity, speaking something that's going to help somebody, that way you can sell yourself, that way you can manage other people, and that way you will be somebody. But you have to give it time, you have to give it patience. Guys, Rome was never built in a day. So no matter what, you have to realize that everything happens overnight, even though it never happens overnight. Do you understand? Life is contradictory. Life can happen in one night, and the next night it can happen never. Do you understand? So no matter what, you have to realize now that this moment happens forever. This moment is right now. Today is always right now. And no matter what, that you never be stuck in the future or the past. So in order for you to really progress in your business, in your entrepreneurship, and who you are, you need to build your confidence. You need to start taking massive decisions in terms of your life, and you need to write them down. You need to actually solve your problems in terms of audio, in terms of something that's going to help you in life. You need to realize that today is your ultimate opportunity where you can actually find something to say and put it into audio, writing, and video, and teach someone something so that you can actually benefit yourself the most. Guys, it's about helping yourself the most. So find something to do, find something that you can teach, and teach it right now. Teach it on camera, teach it in an audio, teach it in writing. Because the better you get in your field, which is personal growth, you need to realize the better salesperson you'll make, the better manager you'll make, the better leader you'll make. So it all comes down to how fast can you grow, and how fast can you do, how fast can you produce this content and give the world what you need in terms of your growth. Because the more content you do, the better it is for you. You need to be able to be someone who is always loving life, doing something to the best of your ability, making sure that you're always inspired by the world around you, but also that you're using other people's perspectives so that you can really shine some light for yourself, and so you can really see something in terms of a better world. Guys, there's a better world out there. Use your own words and your own language, and also make sure that no matter what, that you dig into how you actually live life. Make sure that you dig into your own words and what you're saying so that you can produce more content from the words you're saying. So when you're producing more content from the words you're saying, you're really just backtracking what you're saying, and you're using the words particularly to really describe something bigger. Make sure that you're using something in terms of your broader mind, in terms of your broader thinking strategies. So make sure that you're thinking broadly about the world around you, making sure that you're never investing in other people as much as in terms of more investing in them than you. Make sure that you invest in yourself the most. Make sure that you're the person who's always digging deep to find the information to say, so you can give it, so you can really find something better to do. So there's always something better to do, and you have to realize that you must never be bored. You must be a person who's always developing, always doing something according to a better way of life, so you can realize there is a better way of life, that you realize there is something to do, that you see that there is something to say, but you have to go out and speak it in terms of being inside. You have to realize that there is no outside world, but there is an inside world. So you have to work on that inside world that you have, and when you do that, you'll find that the inner teacher in you must be a student. You must be able to grow. You must be able to be curious, open-minded. You must be able to realize that spirituality is everything, and that you must be able to grow from who you are right now. If you are unable to grow right now, that means you need support. You need support from other people around you. So realize now, no matter what, the more content that you do read, the more that you surround yourself with people who can give you content and ideas, or something that's bringing you value in the world, something that is an entrepreneurship talk, something that is a financial talk, economic talk, inside the podcast. Tony Robbins can give you so much business strategies, also anything that's related to business, health, also anything that is making you interested in life. Make sure that you go and read it, and make sure that you go and teach it. Guys, if you're never teaching something in terms of what you are interested in, then you'll never become someone in your field. So you have to realize that you need to start taking yourself seriously, and that you realize that sales is your ultimate test right now in terms of how can you really help yourself to succeed. So no matter what, you always have to ask that question. And I find myself on a daily basis asking myself, how can I grow? So that's my foundation of how I build my life. I need to ask myself questions in order for me to succeed, and how I can succeed better. So in terms of my life, I see always shiny rainbows inside my life because I'm so happy. I'm a person who has always developed myself in terms of my mindset, and I realized that I was dying before, but I did turn my life around, and because I did so, I feel so incredible right now because I am a vegan. I am a person who is looking better, and that's all the money in the world for me. So in terms of that type of lifestyle, you need to be able to be in that type of range where you can say that you're better than yesterday, that you're fully happy, and that your world is sunshine and rainbows when you're growing. You understand? Because Sylvester Stallone does say the world is never sunshine and rainbows, but the world is sunshine and rainbows when you're growing. You understand? So when you're doing that, when you're actually realizing that, hey, there's something for me inside right now that actually can help me to succeed, and that's you. So realize that no matter what, that when you're living life, when you're doing something amazing, when you're actually looking for the words to say, that you just take some pauses, and then you realize, hey, I'm smarter than this. I'm smarter than the way I speak. I'm smarter than the way I do. So just look for yourself in terms of how to speak more content into the world. Make sure that you're using all the ideas necessary, and that you're always pronouncing yourself as the best person in your life. Make sure that you're always using every single idea that you see. Make sure that you do envision yourself doing much better, so that you can really see something more incredible. Guys, life is worth living when you are actually doing something to make it worthwhile for yourself, so you can really see that, hey, when I change my expression of mind, I can actually feel much better. I can do much greater. I can actually be more mature. I can actually do something far more incredible that the world has never seen. So make sure that you're always inspired. Make sure that you're doing something incredible, and make sure that no matter what, you start today to succeed. Because guys, it's worth it. It's worth that you realize that today is your ultimate day to succeed. Make sure that you're doing it right now, and make sure that no matter what, you succeed today. Hey guys, so here's a massive deal breaker in terms of living life. No matter what, when you're actually coaching people in terms of how to live life, you have to really coach yourself. You have to make sure that no matter what happens, you're actually living life to the best of your ability. You're actually doing something according to growing yourself, because guys, that's how you make people successful. That's how you do something on a regular basis that's actually going to grow you, that's actually giving you a mindset that you need, that's giving you value, someone that's actually boosting your mentality, giving you ideas, something that's really going to boost your quality of life, so you can really help yourself to succeed. Guys, no matter what you're doing in daily life, you have to realize that most of the world out there is going to drag you down. Now, when you are building people up in terms of mindset, you need to realize that you first start with yourself. They realize that you're the person in your life that's going to help you succeed the most. So when you're actually living life to the fullest, you realize that only then that you can make people succeed in terms of making them, in terms of their life, the best that they can be. So the way that you do that is make sure that you sum up all the ideas that you can every single day. Make sure that you're in the best mindset possible every single day. Do your best work, do something incredible every single day, inspire yourself every single day. When you wake up in the morning, make sure that you're inspired to really learn in your day. Make sure that you're away from the crowd, because that's how you lead everything in life. That's how you actually live in the moment. That's how you do life, and that's how you do business. You do business by never being with the crowd, but that you're traveling on the road, working, making sure that you're minding your business, making sure that you're doing something amazing in your life so that you can really prosper and succeed. Guys, no matter what, you must be the most important in your life in order for you to start giving ideas toward other people, because no matter what, guys, there's only one life that you live right now, and you need to right now do something amazing in terms of how to succeed. So realize now, realize to just focus on yourself, realize to just do yourself and your mindset and how you live life, because guys, it's worth it. It's worth actually living your life to the best of your ability. Make sure no matter what, that you're always succeeding in daily life. Make sure that you're always focusing on yourself and doing something incredible in terms of what's going to get you out there in the best world that you need to be in. So guys, in order for you to work on others, you need to realize that first you need to really work on yourself. First work on yourself, and then you can help others. Guys, when other people never believe in you, make sure that no matter what, that you never give up, and that you're always doing your content for free until people do believe in you. Do you understand? And say that people never believed in you, no matter what, believe in yourself anyway. You understand? So do what you need to do in daily life to make yourself more successful. Make sure that no matter what, you're always doing something incredible. You're doing something that's actually going to lift you. You're doing something actually in terms of mindset work, anything that's going to give you value, anything that's actually incredible for you to really think about in terms of a better strategy, something that's going to give you skills, something that's really going to help you in the long run. Guys, it's about the long run. So think about the long run. Get your content out into paper, into audio, into writing, into video, making sure that you're teaching something along the way. Because guys, as long as you're teaching something, you realize that that's the only way to live life. The only way to live life is by teaching. Teach it and you shall do better. Okay? So realize now, no matter what, guys, in order for you to coach people, you need to realize that you need to be a better coach yourself. You need to realize that you need to do something today that's going to really improve your life to succeed. So realize now to use pauses in your speeches, to use communication techniques that's really going to help you move forward. Make sure no matter what, that you're always ahead of the game. You're moving your body language according to your words. You're always getting your words out there in terms of speaking and making sure that you're always communicating in a better way. So in order for you to communicate in a better way, you need to produce more content, and you need to do it regularly, and you need to do it for free. You need to do it for free, you need to do it more for free, so that you can really prosper, so you can really succeed, so people can notice you and so people can follow you. So no matter what, as long as you're doing something in terms of commodities, in terms of information, as long as you're producing content for the world, in terms of making sure that you succeed the most, guys, that's the only most important thing that you can do. Because as long as you're producing content, you're growing. You actually have a better mindset. You're actually thinking much better. You're actually wording much better. You're actually doing something that other people will never do. Do you understand? So you're doing something that 1% of the world is doing, and that's being an entrepreneur. Do you understand? There are people who are just public speakers. There are people who are actually just helping people in terms of mindset work, in terms of leadership, in terms of motivation, discipline. But then you have to realize that you have to become a successful person yourself. And you have to really, really, really dig into yourself and work on yourself on a daily basis. And you have to make sure that you're always producing content every single day as much as you can. And you just have to keep doing it, and you have to keep pushing yourself to push that habit of producing content into the world every single day. Because guys, that's how you grow. The foundation of growth is making sure that you produce content on a daily basis every single day, no matter what. Because guys, there is no excuses for you never to succeed. So guys, use your phone, use a selfie stick, make sure that you use a podcast. Guys, currently I'm using a video to record my podcast. So what I'm doing is I have a selfie stick, I have a remote. So say something interrupts me and my podcast, I can actually pause it, and I can use my selfie stick remote to pause my video. And then guess what? Once I do a 1 hour video of a podcast or any type of video in terms of range, in terms of size and ability, say it goes for 1 hour or more, I can make sure no matter what, I can always export the video, and I can make sure that no matter what, I export and extract the audio from the video so that I can actually make myself a podcast from that video. So at the moment, my video is all dark because I'm doing it in nighttime, and I've switched off the light. So I've just put my phone right next to my mouth, and it's on a selfie stick, and it's just the same way as a microphone that I have, and I'm just speaking right in the middle of my phone, so that no matter what, that you can never hear my breathing that goes into the microphone. So no matter what, that's a skill that you can also use. You can also make sure that no matter what, when you're doing 2-hour video content in a day where you can actually see yourself in video, make sure that you're also doing another hour of podcasting during the night where you can just lay down and you can just speak and you can do regular stuff that you do in the night time, so that you can realize that you can also get your content out into audio format, so that you can never make excuses for why you can never do podcasting also. So realize the more content you do produce, the more successful you will be. So you realize that today you must be also a person who is a social media fanatic. So in terms of your mindset, you need to be a person who's going up on social media, who's actually living life to the best of your ability, giving value, and making sure that no matter what, that you never get criticized in terms of yourself, that you're never criticizing yourself in a negative way, and that you never let people drag you down. Now, never get upset about the followers you have and whatnot. Make sure that I'm making sure that I'm better than not. I always love to repeat that for myself. So no matter what, I'm making sure that no matter what, that you see that there is always a better life out there in terms of your lifestyle and how you can live life. So in terms of my communication and how I speak life, I see that no matter what, there's always something better to say and there's always something better to do. So in terms of my language, sometimes I do stuff on my language and I apologize for that. I make sure that I always do the best I can in all my audios, in all my programs, in all my writing, that I make sure that I teach you the most content possible for free, and making sure that no matter what, that I am just growing throughout the program myself. So no matter what, I'm not doing this for nothing. I'm not doing it for you, I'm doing it for me the most, and I'm making sure that I grow from it so that I can give you ideas, but so that I can also word it in a different way. So when you're always using the same words, you will never grow. When you're always using different wording to explain the same thing, you always grow. So realize today you need to express your mind in a different way all the time. You need to do something amazing. You need to realize that today is your day for success, that today you have to do something incredible. You need to realize today you need to see life, and you need to realize something amazing is going to happen. And you need to wake up and you need to say, today I'm inspiring myself. I'm inspired already since I've woken up to succeed, and I can already see my day ahead. You need to be able to plan, you need to be able to do something according to mindset, and you need to really prosper and succeed. So you just focus on yourself, you focus on your mindset, you focus on how to get those words out there, and you just let your mind flow. Now you never have to be worried about what to say, but just use your time, use the time you have, and realize that the world will go fast. Do you understand? And the world is spinning around, and you have to realize that you have to adapt faster and faster, and that you have to change into a better person always. So in terms of freedom, in terms of who you are today, you need to realize that you have to be a better person in order to grow, and you have to always change your construction in terms of your mindset. Make sure that you're adapting, making sure that you're changing your approach, making sure that you're always doing something according to what's going to help you in life. Because guys, it's worth it. It's worth to really express your mind in a different way. It's much easier for me to do an audio program in terms of podcasting than it is on video, but I really enjoy video as well. So no matter what, I'm able to do writing in terms of quotes. I'm able to do writing in terms of journaling. I'm also able to do audio, just audios, and also I can do audiobooks and videos. So guys, no matter what, I always have an ability to do everything because I've practiced and practiced and practiced and practiced to put myself out there. So when I put myself out there, I'm always figuring out a better way for something to make sure that I can do myself the biggest favor in the world, that I can always do something more. And it's always about doing something more for nothing. Do more of something for nothing. I'm always doing something for nothing. Why? Because when I'm giving something, at least I am growing. You understand? At least I'm doing my best in terms of how I am today. So produce content every single day. Make sure that you can produce as much as you can. Make 15-minute audios in terms of podcasting. Make sure that you just make your own online storage, make your own website, something that can actually help you. Guys, I really refer you to make an online storage where you can actually put your content there, because I find that websites, as soon as you put so much content inside, your website will start to lag. And no matter what, guys, you have Mega Drive for $8, you can put 400 gigabytes a month. No matter what, guys, for $13 you have 2 terabytes you can use of mega storage, and you'll never lag. So guys, you're free. Feel free to please make sure that you start doing something according to producing content, making sure that your mindset is in a better place, making sure that you have the freedom that you need, your skills, making sure that you're always authentic, making sure that you're improving your communication, but that you realize that when you speak, you actually speak so you can improve. You're speaking so you can improve. You're speaking from deep within yourself. You really believe in yourself, and you really see that you can do this. You really see that you can actually lift yourself. You can really expect more from yourself when you're actually really giving it a go. You know, saying you have to give it a go. You have to really find the words to say. You have to go deep inside, and you have to really say, hey, this is my most authentic self right now, and I must teach you how to live a better life. And no matter what you are doing, you have to realize that you have to dig deep inside, and you have to realize to take yourself seriously. You have to take yourself seriously always to grow and to succeed, and make sure that even though people may laugh at you, you keep going, you keep believing in yourself, you keep doing something amazing, you keep making sure that you're inspiring yourself daily. Make sure that you get away from those people that laugh at you. Make sure that you get away from the crowd that's dragging you down. Make sure that you're always prospering and succeeding, and making sure that no matter what, you're always making more of yourself in terms of a better way. Making sure that no matter what, that you think about yourself first before you think about money. You understand? You are more important than money in life. So think about ways where you can grow your mindset to make more money. It's about thinking and growing rich. You understand? Think and Grow Rich. There's a book called Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. I've read it over 5 times now, guys. No matter what, it teaches you discipline. It teaches you how to really make sure that you focus on your business more and yourself more rather than woman. And also, no matter what, that you're focusing on yourself, that you have a passion, and that you really see that consistency, motivation, dedication is key for your success. Guys, you need to be able to eat better, you need to be able to do better, you need to be able to do something incredible. So the only way you can do that is realize today that you can start today to help yourself develop in terms of your mindset, making sure that you're always wording something in a different way, making sure that you're really passionate about what you're doing, making sure that you can get more passionate during the audio, making sure that you're doing something really to just push yourself out there. Push yourself out there more and more. I promise you, it may get you into discomfort, and guys, discomfort is key to success. When you're in discomfort, you will grow. Do you understand? And now many people have talked about this, but never in terms of this way. So I'm the only unique person that's actually speaking this way in terms of my lifestyle right now. I'm the only person that's lived my lifestyle. So there are many motivational speakers out there who can teach you the same credentials in a different way. Guys, I'm a unique person. I teach you in my way. I teach you in a different way from anybody else. So we're all unique. But you have to realize that only 1% of the world will actually have the courage to do so. So you have to realize that you have to be one of those people also who is actually going out there in terms of leading and leading yourself the most. So guys, when I say going out there, make sure that you're inside, making sure that you're working on yourself, making sure that you're prospering, succeeding, doing anything incredible that's actually going to lift you. Guys, I take my work seriously. I take this podcast seriously. I take everything seriously. So I am a person who was laughed at by other people so much in my life. I really was traumatized by the people around me in the past. Guys, I left the scene. I left the crowd. And here I am now, 9 months of Australia. I've been traveling Australia. And I feel amazing, guys. I feel determined to succeed. I feel like giving you all I have in terms of my mindset and my value. So guys, I can only do that over time. I realize that no matter what, time goes fast, and that you realize that 9 months will go quickly. You understand? I've been traveling for 9 months. Think about that. You understand? I've been traveling for 9 months. Now, there's been people who are more successful than me in terms of popularity, and they've been traveling as well. And guess what? I see how the life is. And it's much better to travel Australia for 9 months than be stuck in Sydney. So no matter what, how I do it is I make sure that I use other people's money. I make sure no matter what, that I'm always using my resources, making sure that I'm always using what's free, making sure I'm investing in the best places, making sure that I'm eating better, making sure that I'm using the most affordable accommodation while I travel. I go into hostels, I make sure that I'm better than yesterday, making sure that I'm working on my mindset every single day, and I'm making my day the most fullest they can be. So I'm working and I'm doing my best every single day, and I'm never falling below my integrity. I'm never falling below the person I am today. I'm making sure that I'm always succeeding, always doing something incredible, always making sure I can push myself to do more and more and more, even when I'm tired. Do you understand? So when I'm tired, all I have to do is I just make sure that I conserve my energy. I make sure that I relax. I make sure that I listen to something. I make sure that I listen to classical music after 12 a.m. at night. I find a nice, beautiful ambient music and classical music by Hans Zimmer or Deadmau5. Has some classical music, nothing too hardcore or hard style or trance, but I just really have something smooth going on after 12 a.m. and I have silence also. So I have a new habit now where I can actually do some podcasts for you in terms of at night time. So I'm really leveling up now. I'm really pushing my content right now in terms of my lifestyle. I'm pushing my audio content out there now. I'm pushing everything out there. I'm just making sure to live inside. Do you understand? So no matter what, I'm never going outside myself for scraps of pleasure. I'm never looking for people outside of myself to solve my problems. All I'm looking for is just myself and inside. I'm just looking inside from now on. I'm focusing on myself. I'm really determined to never just give people time, but that I give myself the most time. So no matter what, I give myself the most time. I make sure that my time is more valuable than other people. I'm never broke. I'm a person who puts myself first. I'm a person who really looks inside and is really dedicated to what I do. I make sure no matter what that I have a faster mindset always than before. I make sure that I keep going with these podcasts, that I keep doing videos and audios, and that I keep writing because it makes my brain sharper. You understand? It makes my brain sharper in a way that I can speak, I can actually do something incredible. I can actually think faster, I can do something faster, I can learn faster, I can make money faster, I can lead faster, I can react faster in a better way. I can make sure I can live in the moment more, I can travel more, I have more money, I'm time freedom, I am more than everything in terms of life. So I'm always thinking about how can I boost my health, how can I do something successful today. So no matter what, here I am in a hostel and people are sleeping around me, and guys, I'm here sitting in a sofa and I'm just enjoying my life. Why? Because I have to do some content so I can really succeed, so I can really boost my confidence, so I can really make sure that my courage comes out more and more and more, so I can take those leap of faith and make new habits. So for me, to be able to do a 2-hour video today and to be able to do a 2-hour and 20-minute video, followed by yesterday, which was 2 hours also, 4 hours and 40 minutes of videos in 2 days, guys, that's a massive deal for me. I've never done that before. So now to even push content out further, I just made a podcast recently in terms of Course 18, which is building a sales team. I just made that recently. So no matter what, here I am pushing audios now. So today is going to be around 3 hours of content I pushed out in terms of just audio and video together. And I'm just always pushing. I have to push now. I have to push more because, guys, I have to take myself seriously and I have to succeed faster. I have to do something more mature to make sure that I outgrow everybody else, and I'm far more successful, that I have more fame, that I have more everything, that I have more kids, that I have a better wife, that I have the security I need. Because, guys, it's my passion. It's my passion, and I'd rather do this for free than have the 9-to-5 job. You understand? I'd rather be doing this than anything else. I'd rather inspire people and travel the world and public speak in front of tens of thousands of people and making sure that I'm giving value, making sure that I'm the best version of myself, than having to work for other people as a slave. You understand? So no matter what, I'm never working for money. I'm making sure that I use money to work for me. You understand? How do I do that? I make sure that I discipline myself better, to make sure that I cut my investments in terms of anything that is an expense that's taking away money from me, anything that's a liability. A liability is something that takes money away from you. So I have less liabilities in life. I just took off my Wix website from my life. I no longer give money in terms of Wix website because I have more money now in terms of a better way of living. I make sure that I just give out my content for free from now. I was charging $7.20 for my content a month, and I've realized that nobody would give me money, so I have to do it for free, and I have to make sure that I expect nothing in return. And that's the way life is. You have to realize that, yes, I made a mistake, and I would really love to get, for example, money for my work, but guess what? That's the ultimate definition of a poor person. That when you expect people to give you money, they'll never give you money. Do you understand? So what you do is you make sure that you build the trust needed in order to become someone first, and then you can actually make money from that point. So when you're actually never even famous, people will actually never even listen to you at first. Do you understand? So I have over 200 hours of content right now, and I have over 17 hours of podcasting at the moment, and also 2 years of journaling, and over 20,000 quotes that I've done. So no matter what, guys, my career's starting right now. I just got on I actually invested in Instagram right now, and I'm using Instagram as my actual landing page. And I'm always talking about something incredible in terms of life, in terms of entrepreneurship, in terms of business, making sure that no matter what, I'm always using smart ideas. So no matter what, here I am doing a video. This is actual video, but it's in darkness. Do you understand? So I'm in darkness in terms of I've turned the lights off in my room, and no matter what, I'm in the hostel room. And guys, I'm never an evil person. I'm never a good person. I'm just me, and that means I'm just growing. I'm just a grower. I'm a doer, and I never believe in right or wrong. But what I do believe in is that no matter what, I can actually extract this video into audio, and I can make sure that I can make a 1 hour video, and then just extract the audio from that and make it a nice, beautiful podcast for 1 hour. So in terms of that, guys, it's about being something more now. It's about really lifting yourself, really being positive, really making sure that you can lift yourself, making sure that you can get that woman in terms of life. Because guys, no matter what, that woman represents something wonderful, something beautiful. And no matter what, it may be for you ladies that man that you're actually looking for and that you need. So you have to realize that no matter what, that you need yourself the most. You guys need yourself the most. You need to realize that yes, they are very beautiful, but guess what? I'm not bisexual. I'm not gay. So no matter what, I just realized that no matter what, that I'm just speaking in general terms, but realize this, that I must never ever ever speak in general terms, as no matter what happens, when you speak in general terms, what happens is you become average, and you become the average Joe. In a sense, so I speak in overall terms. I speak in terms of how can I balance everything out? How can I realize to give an answer for the women and men out there at the same time? So in terms of what I say, just realize that no matter what I say is aimed at both men and women. And in my life, I'm always straight down the middle. I'm always fair in how I speak and how I do things. And I make sure no matter what, I'm always living my word. I'm always a person of integrity. I'm always selfish about who I am. Because when I'm selfish, I actually start to give even more information. I start to do something even more. And I realize that the only way that you can succeed is to really prosper and become abundant and become rich and give content and read more and teach more, and realize that no matter what, you surround yourself with better people. So in terms of life, realize this now, that no matter what, your growth is the most important, that when you're growing, you will achieve, that when you're growing, you will be more mature, when you're growing, you will be more independent, when you grow, you will be interdependent and financially free, and you'll have emotional freedom, and you'll look your best. And that's the whole point of life. The whole point of life is be your best. I am at my best right now. I'm at the prime of my life. I'm 27. And guys, people look at me and they say, you are never famous. Why would I listen to you? I say, listen, I'm the best version of myself, so you never have to listen to me. You know what I'm saying? You never have to listen to me. I'm the best version of myself. I see it. So, goodbye. And I just realized I never expect them to listen to me. You know what I'm saying? And people are like that. People need famous people to speak to them. You understand? And when they see a person who is better than yesterday, they never even listen to them anyway. So you have to realize that when you have something to say, that you say it for yourself only, and they realize that sometimes in life, people will never listen to you even when you have the best information. And no matter what, you never have to be sad about that, But you have to realize that when you're sad, you have to cheer yourself up and you have to say, hey, let them be the way they are, because the way they are, they have no idea how I am as a person. So what I have to do is I have to put my content out for free so that they get to know me first. You understand? So it's about people getting to know you, and it's about you making sure that you're first in your life. I'm always first in my life. It's about making sure no matter what that you put your content out for free so that people get to know you. And once people start to trust you more and more, they'll start to show you around more and more. So no matter what, that's what it's all about. It's about earning that trust, making sure that people can trust you. And no matter what, you have to realize now that you may start right now in terms of everything in life that's going to be positive, and I suggest that for you right now. And I realize that you are someone who is dedicated, that you are someone who is motivated because you're listening to me right now. And no matter what, that you always realize that you're doing it for yourself, you're never doing it for me. Because guys, you're only here for value, and I get that. And no matter what, I go to my mentors just for the same thing. And no matter what, I actually give value in terms of whenever I can, make sure I support people the most I can in life. When people ask me questions, I make sure no matter what, that today, in this day of age, that I just go my way and I show my bio link. I just say, go read my stuff in my bio link, because my time is more valuable right now. So no matter what, just make sure that people are never taking advantage of you, because guys, many people will. You understand? So realize this now, that no matter what, many people will try to take advantage of you. So I'm making sure that nobody is taking advantage of me, because I'm always growing. So as long as you're growing, people never take advantage of you. Do you understand? But when you're dying, people manipulate you, people will blackmail you, people will cheat you out, people will steal from you, people will do everything under the blue stars to make sure that you fall down. Do you understand? So make sure no matter what, that you're never the person getting kicked down by life, that you're the person lifting life up. Do you understand? Make sure that you're inspiring life up. Make sure that when that bike person hits you, in terms of they trip over you or something, that somebody hits you, make sure that you just go and shake their hand. You understand? Make sure that you are a person who just never gets into violence in the first place. You understand? Make sure you never even think about violence in the first place. Because those people who have to think about violence are really scared of life. They're victims of life. And you have to realize that violence is never the cause of the solution. You understand? The solution is just walk away. You understand? So when you say walk away, it means never cause a fight in the first place. Because if you have to cause a fight, then guess what? That means that you fell in the right and wrong era. You understand? There is no right or wrong in life, but you have to realize you have to be fair in the world around you. If the woman hits you, just let her hit you and you just go away. You understand? She hit you, lucky she never shot you around. Not lucky she never shot you with a shotgun or something. So no matter what happens, guys, realize there's always something better to do. Realize that when you're when you're doing something amazing, that you actually look at your emotions, that you look to yourself for answers, that you're actually doing something. Guys, make sure you're doing something to succeed. Make sure that you're always vulnerable in terms of who you are. Make sure that when you're watching entertainment, you're never watching it too much. You're making sure that you limit your entertainment to 10 minutes a day, because guys, 10 minutes a day is maximum entertainment that you must be having in a day-to-day basis, because guys, business is more important than entertainment. Make sure that when you watch entertainment, you watch it before bedtime, just as a nice souvenir for yourself, just a nice treat. Go and watch a nice beautiful TV show that you watch, go catch up on a highlight or something like that. Make sure no matter what that you're never wasting time on entertainment, because entertainment will teach you nothing. Do you understand? Guys, no matter what, to be in a growth mindset, you have to realize that you must be a person who is far-reaching and excelling yourself all the time. You need to always figure out a better way for yourself to do something in a better way. You need to always find and search for ideas for something that can make you grow, something that can actually make you prosper, make you succeed, making sure that you are always abundant in your ideas, making sure that you're always connecting information together, that you're really helping yourself succeed in all areas of life. Because guys, it's worth it. It's actually worth living life to the fullest. It's worth actually always making sure that no matter what, you're never scared of the world in outside circumstance, making sure that you're never looking at outside circumstances, making sure that you never look at outside people in terms of life. Because guys, you must live inside. You must be a person who's living inside. So realize, focus on yourself, Focus on the silence between the gaps in your mind. Realize that you're observing your mind all the time. Realize that no matter what, when you're writing your thoughts down, when you're doing something incredible in terms of audio production, that you're always going to realize that no matter what, as soon as you produce more content and content, that you will absorb everything that you've said in a different way, and that's going to make you learn. No matter what, when you're learning and you're writing and doing everything in terms of producing content for yourself, the more you speak, the more you're going to grow. You have to realize that speaking is a way of life, that speaking is a way of doing things. So what you speak is your word. Now, those people who have a voice are always people who are famous. Do you understand? Those people who have a voice can always lead people. Those people who are introverted are always behind the scenes. So they do amazing work, but they're never in front of people, those people. So nobody really gets to know them. So when you're an extrovert, what you can do is you can realize, even though you may be an introvert, make sure that when you're an introvert, that you start journaling, that you start writing. And you write more and you write more and you write more. That's going to help you to become an extrovert. When you're an extrovert, you have to realize that you have to be on camera and you have to do something on camera that you can actually see yourself, that you can brand yourself, so you can have a business for yourself, so you can start doing some promotion for yourself, so you can really start helping the world to succeed. Now, no matter what, when you're helping the outside world, you have to realize that people at first will never even make sense in terms of helping you to succeed. But you have to realize that you have to build their trust and you have to start doing work for free, and that's the way it is. So when you are really doing work for free, when you're really showing people, hey, I'm dedicated to helping you, please help me out. Do you understand? When you're giving work for free, they are going to promote you. They're going to take you everywhere. They're going to give you money. They're going to give you everything. So as long as I do my work for free, I expect nothing in return. Do you understand? I'm doing it for free. So as soon as you are doing it for free, you realize you are expecting nothing in return because you're doing it for free. So with that in mind, the money always comes in the freedom. Do you understand? Because when you do it for free, you really expect it through the freedom. Do you understand? You expect money through freedom. But even though no matter what, you're doing it for freedom, you never expect money in return. So no matter what, when people give you money, make sure that you take it. Do you understand? When people ask you for money on the street, make sure that you realize that you never ever invest into people that you never believe in. You understand? Make sure you never invest into someone that you just met in life. Because why would you? Why would you give someone money that you just seen for 1 second, they're asking you money? You understand? So no matter what, just realize that the world out there is always making sure that whatever happens, that they are dragging you down. Do you understand? So no matter what, realize now, I'm never dragging you down, but the most of the world is dragging you down right now. Realize now that you need to be around positive people, you need to be around growth mindset people, people who are into leadership, business seminars, financial, economics, and also leadership, making sure that you can lead, making sure you can public speak, making sure that you can communicate. Guys, it's all important. You need to work on yourself daily, no matter what. So if you're not working on yourself, you'll always be stuck in a 9-to-5 job. And this is the whole basis of what I do on a daily basis. What I do is I just speak it out on a daily basis. I make sure to produce content so that I can become my best version even more. I am already my best version. I just have to keep continuing this lifestyle and keep leveling up the person I am today compared with yesterday. You understand? I have to be better today than yesterday all the time. So I have to do more today than ever before. So I'm always pushing myself to do more content, pushing myself to do more writing, pushing myself to do something incredible for myself so that I can really, really live life to the fullest. So when you're living life to the fullest, you realize there's something amazing that can happen, and that's your happiness is increasing. When your happiness is increasing, you'll find out that life is amazing, that you can actually travel, that you can do something amazing, that you actually have health, and that you have abundance and richness, and also that you can breathe to the fullest, and that you can do something amazing with your life. Most people would beg for health because most people are stuck in a 9-to-5 job, and the 9-to-5 job is making them neglect themselves because the 9-to-5 job, and even working for the 9-to-5 job in terms of working for someone else and working for somebody else, will make you miserable. It will make you hate yourself. It will make you neglect yourself. It will make you negatively stressed. It will make you mentally ill. Do you understand? Because you have to work for somebody else. You have to be told what to do, and people are miserable that way. People are working for money that is $25 an hour, and 1 hour is worth more than $25. You understand? So no matter what, you are very, very much working paycheck to paycheck if you are working a 9 to 5. You understand? So you never worked a 9 to 5. What you really do is you make sure that you set yourself up for success through reading, through applying information, and through teaching it right now. And over the next 10 years, I promise you that you'll be a person who is far developed than the person you are now. So that's the whole point of life. The point of life is never the money, but the person you become. You understand? So you always have to become a better person. You always have to become greater than you are today. And that way, money does arrive in that way of life. But most people are chasing money and they're losing their health. Do you understand? So most people are going to the 9 to 5 job, and what they're doing is they're chasing money and they're working as slaves for money, and then they're neglecting themselves. They're waiting for the weekend. They're partying, they're doing drugs, and they're working on a 5 job, and guys, that gets you nowhere. You understand? So you have to realize that when you work for somebody else, that's a red zone. When you're doing drugs and legal drugs, you have to realize that that is a red zone. Illegal drugs is a red zone. Make sure you stay away from that. If you're never doing seminars, that's a red zone. Make sure you get into the green zone. What's the green zone? The green zone is go do seminars. Make sure you stay away from drugs and alcohol. Make sure that no matter what, you're never working for somebody else in the first place. So make sure you never get yourself into debt. So guys, no matter what, you always have to realize you have to be smarter than the person you are today. So how do you do that? You make sure you build wisdom. You build the techniques needed to make sure that you grow. How do you do that? You write your thoughts down on paper and you keep writing, and I promise you, you'll solve it out on how to really grow by yourself. You understand? So the more you write, the more you produce content, the more you'll be able to lead. It's just that simple. You understand? But first you have to get into the camera, and you have to fire off the fear that you have about being in front of a camera and speaking in front of a camera and going live on Instagram and going live on social media so that you can really, really help yourself succeed. So no matter what, just realize I use Instagram at the moment, and the reason I use Instagram is because no matter what, I never go live unless I have to. So make sure that no matter what, I just do all my content in terms of my online storage, because it's much easier for me this way. For me, it's much easier to just record 1 hour, and I'm a solo act. I'm a person who just works by myself. I work by myself, and I make sure no matter what that I'm always interviewing myself, and I'm giving the world my perspective. And people need more people like you who can give you perspective in terms of your life and how you can do that. So no matter what, realize I'm first in my life. I'm a person who always is loving my life, and realize that people who can give perspectives in the world are people who are going to lead eventually. You understand? So you get started today, and I promise you that once you see that you're getting better, you're going to build momentum. Once you build momentum, you're going to start really seeing that you can start doing more and more on a daily basis. So the key to creating more content is that you do more and more every single day, as much as you can. Do as much as you can every single day. I promise you it's going to be worth it. The more you do, the easier you're going to form your habits to be able to do it in the long run. Do you understand? So it's actually building your muscles to really start doing that content and producing that content every single day at a high rate. Do you understand? So first you have to obviously start at a low rate, and then you also over time you make sure that you build that low rate into a high rate. So first, when I started videos, I was doing 1 minute videos only, because that's all I could manage. And no matter what, here I am doing 1 hour videos, 2 hour videos. Do you understand? So how did I do that? I built the habit of doing it. I just was doing it over time. I was doing it over time. And no matter what, now I can stand in front of people for 1 hour, for 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, and I can realize I can speak in front of them because I have all these ideas. I've spoken the content out millions of times by now, and in terms of my content, I just realized just to keep speaking in a different way. So no matter what, I'm always speaking my content in a different way, and that's what makes me grow. So each time you actually change your expression of mind in a different way, make sure no matter what, you do talk yourself up. You make sure that you do realize that you are far more than you are right now. Make sure that no matter what, you're always reaching higher and higher. Make sure no matter what, that you're always selfish about yourself, but make sure that you're always leading people in a positive direction, because most people talk themselves up, and no matter what, they're leading other people down. You understand? So realize that you talk yourself up, make sure that you're living your talk. You understand? So no matter what, guys, life is about now for yourself to realize that you must succeed, you must go away from 9 to 5 job, that you must listen to music more often to help you write, to help you to function better in life. Guys, I find music is really souveniring in terms of it would soothe your appetite. It will make sure that no matter what, it would motivate you in terms of life. It will make sure that it helps you in terms of everything that you need to succeed, to discipline yourself, to make sure that you're always doing content, and make sure that no matter what, you're always seeking a better way of life, that you're always doing something according to what's greater, that you're always finding something better to say. Because guys, it's a much better way to be in terms of life when you can actually see your words and see how you speak. So guys, always look through your wording, see the person you are, see how you speak, and make sure you speak it out into content. Guys, no matter what, that's the best way to grow. The best way to grow is just make sure that you look fear in the eye, that you're never scared, that you use your eyes, that you use your ears, that you use your mouth, that you use your fingers, your skills, your brain, your body, your heart. You use your legs, your toes, your fingers. Make sure you use your whole body and everything about you to talk. Make sure that you're always fixated in the moment. Make sure that no matter what, that you're always relaxing, that you're calm when you're speaking, that you're always just using your mind throughout life, and that you're always doing the mind, body, heart connection, making sure that you're using your soul, making sure no matter what happens, that you're always never scared of other people, and they say, I'm fearless. Because guys, no matter what, I'm happy, I forgive myself and everything. Guys, you have to be able to always use the word I'm fearless, and you have to use the word I am happy, I forgive myself and everything before you fall asleep. You understand? Because guys, no matter what, when you are afraid of life, that means you're poor. Do you understand? It means that people are running amok in your life and they're bashing you down. Do you understand? So make sure that no matter what, people are never bashing you down. You stand up for yourself. Make sure that you're on the offense about life in every single aspect. Because when you're on the drugs, what happens is you start to lose yourself in terms of your awareness. You may be with people, but they may be giving you the most worst signals ever and the most poor vibes, you understand? So you have to be aware of people and who they are in daily life. The better your habits, the more you can find successful people. The worse your habits, the more you'll find people who have the same habits as you. So the better your habits, the better you'll find other people who have better habits just as the same as you. So no matter what, you have to realize when you have level 10 habits, you'll find yourself around level 10 people. You understand? When you have level 1 habits, you'll find yourself on level 1 with the crowd. You understand? So no matter what, never be at the crowd. Never see and go where the crowd is. Just because they are drinking alcohol and you never met them, never makes it the best idea that you go and drink alcohol. Because guys, no matter what, alcohol is killing you each time you drink it. One sip and one drop is too much. Do you understand? Make sure you stay away from the first sip. Stay away from the first drag of a cigarette. Make sure that no matter what, you never get into drugs in the first place. Make sure no matter what, that you're always tampering off the caffeine. Make sure that no matter what, that you're a person who never drinks caffeine. Make sure if you do drink caffeine, that you tamper off it. Make sure no matter what, that you quit caffeine, that you quit sugar if you eat sugar. No matter what, you have to realize that you need to start improving yourself. You need to start growing your mindset. You need to start reading daily some positive information, and you need to start taking action. So the best way you can start taking action now is to start planning in your journal. Start to do something in according to living life, something that's going to help you succeed, something that's going to help you prosper, something that's going to help you more abundant and help you become more abundant. No matter what, when you're tired and you're giving a speech, make sure no matter what you push through it. Make sure that you are a person who is far developed in life, making sure that no matter what, you're always somebody who has something to say. Because it's always worth it to see what your mind is all about, making sure that you're always seeing what else can you say to give people ideas, making sure that you're using your mindset, that you're really, really interested in what you're saying, and that you really, really see that life is on your side when you are on your side. So in terms of that, realize guys that you can be a salesperson, you can be a financial aspect person, you can be a person who is an investor, you can be a person who is a world leader, you can be the person going around the world traveling and being a multi-billionaire today, but you just have to realize that you have to plan it, and you have to be a person who plans in daily life always. Guys, I plan over 8 hours a week. I make sure that I play with myself all the time in terms of my life, in terms of my growth. I always amuse myself, but I make sure no matter what that I entertain myself 10 minutes a day max. Guys, when you're entertaining yourself too much, you realize that you're wasting time. No matter what, be around people who are never wasting time. Be around people who are positive, who are productive, who have the mindset that you need, and who have the popularity that you so dearly crave for. Do you understand? You need more popularity, you need more followers, guys. You need to work for free. You need to make sure that you get the audience to trust you, and realize now that you never even go promote yourself. But what you do is that when you're doing your content and you're doing your self-education courses, that you put your online content for free where people can see it, and then all you do is just you post in your stories inside Instagram, as I do, or you do it on Facebook or something of your choosing. No matter what, I suggest you use Instagram, that you use Mega Drive storage online, and you start the day with a phone of your choosing, and then you realize that you start uploading content into Mega Drive and post one link into Instagram. Use one of the Google shorteners, URLs, and make sure that you use Bitly. And then just what you do is you make sure you customize your Bitly link, and you say your name, university, whatever, and make sure that no matter what, you start your self-education system, and make sure that you brand yourself. Make sure that you, in your Instagram feed, you have all photos of yourself, that you look excellent, that you're doing much better. Guys, no matter what, that's what it's worth it. It's worth to see you at your best version. So when you're at your best version, you're going to realize there's always something better to do. There's always something better to say, and there's always something much better that you can really put emphasis on in terms of your mindset and how you can actually help your life, and how you can actually do your life much better. So realize today is your chance, today is your opportunity. Guys, start your morning with an opportunity, with a motivational talk in front of the mirror, in the toilet. Make sure you brush your teeth, make sure that you pluck your eyebrows, make sure that whatever happens, that you do shave your underarms, that you do shave around anywhere that makes sense to do it. Do you understand? No matter what, make sure that you look good. You understand? I shave my underarms and I shave around my nipple areas, because guys, no matter what, when I take my shirt off, it looks much better. So that's just an idea that you can look much sexier, guys. No matter what, use laser treatment. Make sure that no matter what, when you're too hairy, guys, no matter what, it can actually devastate your confidence. It can make you feel like a hairy ape. Do you understand? And it can actually make you make you feel much more sexier to have no hair on your body than to have hair. You understand? So that's what I find for myself. I did go and do laser treatment 3 times, and I have from 100% hair before, I have around 40% now. So no matter what, I look better in terms of my lifestyle. And when women look at me, they say no matter what, that I'm not hairy, and that's the main idea, that no matter what, I never care about what people think, but I can just see it in myself and how I feel and how I do my life, that no matter what, that laser treatment does work. It does boost your confidence, that you do look better with no hair around your body. And if that's what you love to do, make sure that you do it. Make sure that you do something in that term, you get the muscles you need, and then you have no hair on your body. Guys, it's always much better to do that. The woman, always make sure that you shave your legs. Make sure that no matter what, you actually get the laser treatment done. Make sure that no matter what, you're always looking as sexy as possible. Making sure that you're healthy, making sure that you're vibrant with life. Make sure that no matter what, you're always doing something according to your ability, that you can do. Do what works for you. Make sure no matter what, you take your time. The world outside you is rushing everywhere. Make sure no matter what, that you're never rushing. Make sure you're never going in the outside world for solutions. Make sure that you are looking inside for solutions. You understand? Making sure that you look into yourself to solve your own problems. Because guys, you need to be your own psychologist. You need to be your own philosopher. You understand? You need to be your own person who's really giving you all the information that you need. You're asking yourself for more information. You're actually curious. You're open-minded. You're interested in yourself the most. You understand? Never being interested in other people. Be interested in yourself. Let other people be interested in you. You understand? And when you're interested in you, I promise you that you are more selfish that way, that you're more focused in yourself, that you're minding your own business. And that's the key success fundamentals of true success principles, that you can actually live in the moment, that you can actually be an entrepreneur, that you can actually solve people's problems, that you can do anything in the world to make multi-billions of dollars, that you can really lead people, that you can really travel the world, have your jet, be a person who has a private jet in life. Make sure that no matter what, you have real estate around you. They have over 50,000 units in terms of life, that you're always making multi-billions of dollars every day. Guys, think big. So no matter what, make sure that you realize that money is never big in life, that just money's a number. You understand? Money's a number, money's something, and that no matter what, every single number matters. $1 matters as much as $1 million. Do you understand? It's the same difference. You understand? No matter what, just realize that money is never a lot. Okay, realize that money will always get you to a better place. It will always amplify who you are. Make sure that you do love money. Make sure that you need money. Make sure that you can also do your work without money, and make sure that no matter what, that you do have a passion where you can work for free, where you can give your information for free, so that you can become popular, guys. That's how it starts. You start from poor to rich, or you start from rich in a rich family and then you stay rich, or some people also they actually are born into a rich family, and no matter what, they become poor and then they die. So no matter what, be the person who never stays in one place. Be the person who's always growing and moving around. Make sure that you're never standing still, making sure that you're always moving your mind, you're always in flow, you're always making sure that you're going against the grain. If 99% of people are going one way, you go the other way. You make sure that no matter what, you're going where the 1% are going. Do you understand? You have to make sure that you're always setting the sail, as Jim Rohn says. You're setting the sail in a better way. You're always going in a better direction. You're thinking, how can I set that sail to make sure that my life is in a better direction? How can I make sure that my set of the sail is doing much better than before? You understand? You have to always realize that mindset is key to success. Make sure that you read books on mindset, read books on psychology, read books on nutrition, because nutrition has everything to do with mindset. When you're eating better, you're going to have more energy, you're going to have more focus, you're going to have much better energy levels in terms of you're going to lose weight, you're going to do much better in life, you're going to live longer, you're going to be a vegan, you're going to look better, your skin's going to look better, you're going to be able to realize that you can talk faster because you eat better, you're going to have more fitness, you're going to have more athletic ability, you're going to be able to build your muscle easier, you're going to have better physicality, you're going to have better spirituality, you're going to have a better girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever you need. Because no matter what, you realize now, you need to be a person who is far better than yesterday. You need to motivate yourself, guys. I hope that this motivational video, in terms of this motivational content right here in audio, has inspired you some way. Because, guys, I'm really giving my best right now, and I am a person who has far exceeded my level of intent from before. And no matter what, I'm always exceeding myself today. I'm always making sure that I'm better than yesterday. I'm always making sure that I'm excelling myself in all areas of life. So I can give you value, so I can show you something great in me, so that you can also be great in you. Do you understand? I'm giving you my heart, I'm giving you my soul, so that you can really, no matter what you do, give your best in life. Give your best, and make sure you never expect anything from other people to give you something. Do you understand? So no matter what, I realize now for the rest of my life, I must be doing this for free. You understand? I must be doing it for free. Because, guys, no matter what, I've been doing it for free already for 8 months. I've been doing it for my whole life for free. So no matter what, I just realized recently to do it for free. And no matter what, recently is a long time for me. I've been growing and growing, and no matter what, each day I do grow, I far outgrow the person I was yesterday. And that's the whole point. Each day you grow, make sure that you're growing to the fastest rate possible. Make sure that you're doing the 80-20 principle, which says no matter what, when you have 10 goals, make sure that you pick the top 2 principles in your life. Make sure that you pick the most difficult one. Go do the most difficult one, as Brian Tracy says. Eat That Frog. He has a book called Eat That Frog, and go and read that book for yourself. It's a time management book. It'll help you to be more productive. And also, no matter what, make sure that you're always choosing something in life that's actually benefiting you in terms of life. Make sure that you're always adding value in your life, making sure that your 80-20 principle is working, that you're always using and doing the most valuable tasks first, that you're never doing the easiest tasks first, they're doing the hardest ones first, they're doing something incredible, that you're always pushing yourself to be tougher on yourself. Because that's the whole point of life. The whole point of life is be tougher on yourself and you will live easier. But when you're easier on yourself and you let yourself go, then life will be harder. You understand? So make sure that you're never around people who are doing drugs in the first place. Make sure you're never around people who are drinking alcohol, because alcohol is a drug. And people who drink alcohol are drug addicts. You understand? So never be around drug addicts in the first place, because they have no business. You understand? As soon as you succeed more than them, they're jealous of you. No matter how long you grew up with them, no matter if you're with them for 10 years, you realize that once you become more successful than them, they'll say goodbye. They'll never even call you again because they reject themselves in the first place. So realize that once you leave the area you're in, and you leave the people that you grew up with, I promise you, they will never contact you again, unless you stay in the area. So if you're still in the area and then you go overseas and you have to come back and you tell them that you're coming back, they'll stay in contact with you. But if you have to leave the area and you never go back, they'll never contact you. They'll never come with you. Why? Because they're living their own lives. They're living the 9-to-5 job in their own world. They're making their own living. They're doing their own thing. So to follow you around is last thing on their mind. Do you understand? So realize this now, that no matter what, when you finish high school, when you're finishing school, no matter what, wherever you are in life, make sure you go your own way. Make sure that you start really becoming sober. Now's the best time. Make sure no matter what, everything that you do in life, that you realize now is the best time. You need to get married, now's the best time. You need to have kids, now's the best time. You need to have money, now's the best time. You need to go somewhere, now's the best time. You understand? Always now. Now is the best time to do everything. Yeah, do you understand? No matter what, there's a quote that says, if not now, when? It's always now. Now is the best time to do everything. Now's the time to take action. Mel Robbins has a book, the 5-second rule. It says, no matter what, when you have an idea, make sure you apply it within 5 seconds, otherwise you lose the idea. Do you understand? So make sure no matter what, when you're writing ideas, you can see my actual quote courses. I have over 20,000 quotes right now. Each time I took an idea and I applied it before the 5-second rule. You understand? I took out my phone over 20,000 times, and I made sure that I applied the quote into a quote. I applied the idea into a quote. And as soon as possible, as soon as I get an idea, I write in my journal as quickly as I can. Why? So that I can be action oriented, so I can do something amazing, so that I can really give value in the world, so I can teach myself something more. You understand? Never think what's left, think what's more. Because guys, what's more is more important. Realize the more part of life is what you need. You need more of everything. You need more kids, you need more sex, you need more money, you need more of everything good, you need more of everything that's more. You understand? So realize there is no good or bad, there is no right or wrong, and realize that you just need more. You need to achieve more. So how do you do that? You do it for growth. You do it for helping yourself succeed, helping yourself really to prosper, to become abundant, to be around like-minded people who can lift you only. So be around people who are far better than you in terms of popularity, and I promise you that those people will actually help you build your business to be able to have popularity. That's how it starts, guys. If you're a person that's going poor to rich, guys, that's the best way of life. Because those people who are born in a rich family never see the poor lifestyle. And those people who are poor, in terms of those people who are rich and they were born in a rich family and they turn poor, most of them do, for example, some of them actually do go that route. They actually are born in a rich family and they go poor. Because you realize now that the best way of life is going poor to rich and staying rich. You understand? Because that way you've actually lived two spectrums. Do you understand? When you're rich and you're born in a rich family, it's more common that you stay rich, because you're taught by your family to stay rich. This way, no matter what, when you're poor, you can see the spectrum of life. You understand? So you guys, even though you say you may be poor, you understand? No matter what, if you are poor, guys, realize it's the best opportunity for you to really make a story for yourself, and you have the upper hand on Prince William and those people who are born in the royal family, apparently. You understand? No matter what, you have to realize, no matter what happens, guys, that you just be royal and your royal family in your heart. You understand? Make sure that nobody else is saying that they are the royal king of the world and they are the queen of the world. Realize that you be your king, that you be your queen, guys. I'm talking about you ladies and women, also, and you guys out there. No matter what, that you're the king of your heart, that you ladies are the queen of your heart. No matter what, that you are the queen of the world in your heart, that you're the king of the world in your heart. Making sure that you're a person who's far greater than life. Do you understand? Make sure that you have that kind of mentality, and guys, no matter what, make sure that you keep tuning in to my podcast so I can keep giving you some information, because I'm really, really tempted to start doing podcasts every single night now. No matter what, I need to do 2-hour videos every single day. I did 2 hours and 40 minutes today. And no matter what, I'm doing an extra hour in podcasting. That's 3 hours and 40 minutes of content today, just in audio and video. No matter what, guys, you have to realize that the more you push yourself, the more you come back and you realize to read from me, to start reading and get some ideas, the more I'll give you always something to think about. Guys, I always motivate you. I'll motivate you to inspire you to greatness. Guys, no matter what, I'm listening to myself the most. You must also listen to yourself the most. Realize that those people who have billions of dollars will never teach you how to make trillions. You know what I'm saying? But those people who are actually healthy can teach you how to make everything in life, because everything is health. You know what I'm saying? I can teach you how to make everything in life. You know what I'm saying? So no matter what, health is everything. Health is all the money in the world. So realize that the more healthier you are, the better for you. The better you'll live life, the longer you'll live life, the more satisfied you'll be, the more empathetic, the more leader-like, the better looking you'll be, the more you'll communicate, the more concentration you have, the more focus. So guys, it's worth it. Realize all the money in the world is free. When you're working for free, you realize that no matter what, you have all the money in the world. You understand? Just work for free. Work for free. Start to develop yourself. Start to give information around. And realize just to make it a hobby of giving your information around. Make it a hobby for yourself and realize to be the best in that field that you are spreading that information for yourself. Realize to give a story each and every time to people. Make sure that no matter what, people hear your story. People get to trust you. People get to see who you are. And slowly, when you give it out, and no matter what, eventually more and more people in compound interest will promote you, and eventually you become big in the long run. Guys, realize that you must be thinking over the next 100 years what you'll be doing, and never just on tomorrow. You understand? No matter what, there is no tomorrow, and what you need to think about is over 100 years time, and never just in the daytime, never just in a week's time what you'll do. Think about the whole perspective, the whole long range. Think long term what you can do. You understand? No matter what, I'm 27 years old. I have over 200 hours of content in terms of video. I have over 17 hours worth of content in audio. I have over 2 years of content in journaling. I have over 20,000 quotes. Guys, no matter what, you can see over the next 73 years, I can do so much every single day when I do 3 hours of content every single day. Understand? And plus journaling and my financial planning and everything. No matter what, I'm always looking for new ideas. I'm always spreading new ideas so I can actually give to the world around me, so I can help the people in my service, so I can give people a service so that I can become somebody great. And no matter what, I'm already great in my heart. I'm already a person that's great in my heart. So for me to become greater, I have to give you ideas. I have to start really investing in myself and pushing myself every single day to do the most I can. And the most I can do right now is just do what I can, and realize that no matter what, I just push myself as much as I can every single day to do audio, whether I like it or not. No matter what, I'm always better than if, I'm always better than doubt. No matter what, I just make sure that I realize that no matter what, this is much better than the 9-to-5 job for me. You understand? I'd rather do this work, and I'd rather be my best version, because my best version is so much happiness for me. And I realize that I'm always better than yesterday because of the skills I've developed through the mentors of my mentors who are multi-millionaires right now, who are really helping the world in terms of all of life. They're helping people. They're going around helping people. And I realized that I picked up their attitude, I picked up their ideas, and now I spread it around as well. And I've become a better version from those ideas. So no matter what, guys, it's about pick up the ideas from the outside world. Make sure that no matter what, you're helping those people in your area with ideas. You always be looked upon as great. You understand? As long as you're lifting people, people will lift you up as well. Guys, no matter what, I hope that you've enjoyed this podcast. I'll see you guys in the next video.